Okay, this is new for me. I hope I'm live. I hope everything is working okay. I was just doing some testing, fixing some last minute issues, but it's good to be here. It's Saturday. It's Sub Saturday. And I think for the next, it's 2 p.m. For the next 3 hours, I'll be playing subscribers. Um, this is my first time streaming on the Chess.com Twitch channel, so this is exciting. If people want to challenge me, I don't know if we have like a challenge command in the chat or if people have to do it manually. My username on chess.com is just I am Rosen. Pretty straightforward. I'm taking subscriber challenges. But if there's a shortage of subscribers, you better subscribe. But if not, okay, I'm getting one challenge. I don't know if he's a subscriber, but I think he deserves a game. First person challenging me. Max, what's his name? Max Mlinek? Good luck. First game of the day. It's gonna be a lot of chess. Let's play something exotic. Let's play something normal. I'll just play like symmetrical, see what he's up to. Might have a London system. Bishop f4. Knight d2. Knight d2 is a weird move order. Might be signifying that he wants to play like a Kali. Let's play c5. Whoa, there's people in the chat. I was wondering why there was no one in the chat. I had my like personal Twitch chat open, not the chess.com chat. Now I have it open. Okay, so he's definitely going for Kali. I'm gonna take on d4 and then play knight c6. And this is just a simple way of playing. We have what's known as the Carlsbad structure, where black's missing a c pawn, white's missing an e pawn. So it's already a little bit imbalanced. And I'm just going to go for like very normal development. White's playing very quickly. Wants to grab this pawn on b7. I could defend. I mean, queen c7 looks normal. Wait, I have to be careful. Queen c7. Oh, queen c7, there's no bishop f4 because that would be illegal. Yeah, let's play queen c7. Yeah, hello to people in the chat. Oh, Max Mlinek is in the chat, and he's a mod, and he's a subscriber, 8-month subscriber, and a 5K cheer. Nice. So I'm playing someone very deserving of a game. But I'm not going to show any mercy. Creating the battery. I'm not actually sure which way I want to castle. Like, I'm kind of flexible here. Let's move back with the bishop. Let's pour some tea too. For 3 hours of chess, I pulled out my big teapot, like filled to the brim. I'm not sure if I'll make it through all of this. One cup at a time. c4. c4. White's wanting an IQP, but trying to gain initiative. And I could take. Knight a5 doesn't seem to do much because queen b5 or queen a4 check. I could also just leave the tension and castle. Like castling, if white plays c5, I play bishop f4. Let's do that. I didn't want to take and allow the knight to come in and hit the bishop. What tea am I drinking this afternoon? Green tea. I think it has some fancy name though. It's like super matcha green tea. Okay, let's play bishop f4. It looks like a weird square for the bishop, but it's supported by the queen. Bishops are kind of working together, controlling a lot of squares in white's territory. This pawn is a potential weakness. And white's a little bit overextended. I mean, at some point I might want to play this move. Also knight b4 ideas. I should move quicker though. I forgot this is blitz chess. Chess Bay, 19 months. Thanks for subbing. And we have the sub notification thing, which is working. And I'm getting the bishop pair. Knight takes d3 is coming. Then maybe bishop g6 and I'll start harassing the queen. Bishop g6. Is it necessary? Let's play bishop g6. Bishop's doing work. This light squared bishop is especially powerful because white doesn't have a great way of controlling the light squares. I have this move, but I probably don't want to trade. Let's play rook fc8? Let's play rook fc8. I want to play b6 and get rid of the pawn. Now I play knight e4, hitting the queen. I don't actually want to trade bishops, but I might have to. There's no hiding place for the bishop on f4. I might leave the bishop on f4 and allow the queen to take. So I am getting more challenges. If you're a sub, you can challenge me and I'll likely accept. It'll be 3 hours of playing viewers, subscribers, etc. Let's play b6. Wait, b6? Weird stuff can happen. Takes. I might be losing a pawn, but I'll be getting open files. Okay, not going for that line. Well, now I might be winning a pawn. Takes. So there's no increment, so I do have to be time conscious. Yeah, so white could take. We're going to trade off some stuff. I'm looking for eventual ideas. Maybe this move can win b2. Half Gamer Man with a sub. Thanks, Half Gamer Man. 5 months. I mean, this is very pleasant. I mean, these pieces, they're working together. White's pieces are kind of just sitting on the couch doing nothing. Could take on b2 now. And white can't contest the b file because I'm controlling b1 with the bishop. It takes on a7. It's still equal material. Could play bishop e4 maybe. Just centralize. I want to take on f3 now. If the knight moves to d4, I could take on g2 and then take on d4. I do have to be careful though for like back rank mates. I can't allow white 2 moves in a row. Sitting on the couch doing nothing. That's not a personal attack. Unless you take it personally. So now this is a personal attack though, because my rook is very dear to me. And I can't take the pawn because mate. Queen b8 maybe? Queen b8 seems passive. But queen b8, I don't know. It defends. So I'm actually threatening to take, and I'm still threatening to take here. So I have multiple threats. c6. So now I can take the pawn. And the game's going to revolve around the c6 pawn. I want to win it. But maybe I should make Luft for the king. g6 or let's play h6. When you're scared of getting back rank mated, it's important to make Luft. And now I'll be free to play moves like, I don't know, rook c7. Maybe I could have played rook c7 last move. I do queen c7? Yeah, queen c7. White has to trade queens. And then I'll have 2 threats. Assuming queen takes c7, rook takes c7, I'll be threatening this, as well as rook b6. Still down on time. But I'm soon going to be up in pawns. So white could save the a4 pawn. Yeah, but now I'm going to win the c pawn. And I'll have 1 happy pawn island. And white will have 3 very lonely pawn islands. The rook is behind the passed pawn. Let's play this move. And I'll bring the king in. I'll bring the king in as far as I can. Let's do that. It's still going to take work because my king might be out of play. Could repeat once. Maybe e5 should be included. Threatening to take the pawn. Expecting rook a1. Ooh. Let's do this move. Now e5, restrict the king, create a barrier, and now move back. I might repeat again, actually. Let's do this. And now let's take... I think I'm holding on to everything. That's an annoying move. Let's take in rook f6. I want to win that pawn. My king's kind of cut off, so let's attack the rook. Move the king. Move the king some more. Okay, now I'm happy. Still down on time. I gotta play faster. Let's check the king. You can start pre-moving. Take the pawn. Opposition. Check. Let's play king f6. Okay, always play f6. And always pre-move when you're low on time. Oh, I can multi-pre-move. I forgot about that. Check. Always pre-move spite checks too. Slow the opponent down and push past pawns. And maybe checkmate? Check. Oh, it's close to mating there. Good game. That was actually close. Came down to the end. Some time scramble. I mean, I think black was always in control. And the position was always evolving like in favor of black, but I have to move faster. It's hard to talk and play and drink tea and read the chat at the same time. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Joe Brune, Stockfist, Spicy Cat Litter, maybe related to Spicy Caterpillar. Alright, so how does this work? This is still very new for me, even if I have one game of experience. I know there's something about a queue. So do I just... Oh, current queue. Wind and make hell tall. So let me find my challenges. Oh, so I'm going to play wind first. How do I accept? Click the name. Chat. Add friend, follow. I don't see where to accept. Unless I have to make the board bigger. Ah, one moment here. I think the board is too... Or the window is too small, so it's not showing the accept button. So I'll enlarge that. I just click it. No. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let me put that back where it came from. Yeah, I think for the queue, people will have to challenge me because I'm able to accept when the challenge like pops up in the corner. Okay, let's play e5. We're gonna have a king's pawn. What is his rating? Below 1600. Let's play something which looks boring, like a Petrov, but we'll try and make it exciting. Okay, let's play bishop c5. This could be a very sharp line. And there's like one good move for white in this position, which stronger players will know. If my opponent doesn't know, then he's probably like in trouble. Yeah, bishop e3, not the move to play. We'll go over this afterwards because this is probably an important lesson. Okay, so now white's pawn structure is a bit damaged. I could play d5. Let's play d5. c4. It's weird, the center is opening up, but we're both underdeveloped. Let's try this move. I just want to develop as quickly as possible. Control the center, castle, and then try and exploit these weak pawns. Let's play bishop takes. So I do have pending challenges. Good to see. Looks like there is a queue. Also good to see. Bishop d3. I think I'll start with this move. I want to play knight c5. Just attack the bishop. b4, prophylaxis. Stopping knight c5. It's a fascinating move. Let's play a5. Get rid of the pawn. Drink some tea. I don't think there's a great way for white to maintain the pawn on b4. Either has to do this or this, and knight c5 will come. Queen a4. Wow, pinning the knight. I could take. Attacking the queen. And now I'll play knight c5, attacking the bishop. The initiative is beginning. Like, there's so many nice minor pieces in the center. They're working together. Everything's nicely defended. This bishop's not defended. I want to do some dirty fork knight. I guess I have to take with my knight here. Yeah, let's take with a knight. Hey, another sub. A few more subs. Blooper1 and Coldplayer 1992. Thanks for subbing. Yeah, white actually kind of is surviving. I want a castle, but it's not legal. These Chess.com bugs. I could play c5. Let's play c5. Get rid of the queen. If queen b5, there's bishop c6. I'll keep some initiative. Alright, king safety. So I like the bishop. I like white's weak pawns. BJH subbing, the ultimate mod. Thanks for subbing. 26 months, that's like over 2 years. It's a long time. Man. 2 years ago, I was still like a college student. A3, what is A3? I think my opponent just wants to confuse me. Let's... What do I do here? How do I improve? I could push a pawn, play rook e8. Let's play rook e8. I mean, it's a half-open file. These pawns are going to be future victims. Probably of the rook. Yeah, and if the knight develops, like, we could trade everything. We'll trade at least some knights. And then just gonna play positionally. Keep the pressure. I'm defending this guy. So now I'm threatening to take the knight, remove the defender, win the pawn. Then the other pawn will be weak. Just trying to be solid. I'm a math whiz. Oh, because I can count months and convert them into years. It took a lot of schooling to make that happen. Okay, so there's a lot of pressure here. I mean, I could take the knight, then rook takes e5. It looks reasonable. Capturing and defending. And planning the double up too. Like, these pawns are still weak. At the higher levels, all it takes is like one pawn to win a game. In this game, it might be like a few pawns that will eventually win. So f7 is currently attacked, but it's also defended. So let's double up. Now white might also double up, and then I'll actually have to defend. Rook f1, probably rook e7. Maybe rook 8 e7. And similar to last game, I have to watch out for the back rank. And we have another sub, Nicola. I always struggle with this name. I should learn how to pronounce it. Nicola Stojcin. How did I do? Is it Stojcin or Stojcin? Okay, we're going to make Luft for the king again. This is very reminiscent of last game. Like, the first 2 games of this stream, it's all about just like making Luft for the king, not getting mated, attacking the opponent's weak pawns. The Karpovian school of chess. Yeah, so people should listen to BJH in the chat because he knows what's going on more than me, at least in terms of logistics. A4. Let's play. Could play B6. I think solid move. Mini pawn chain. Could play rook E6. Let's play rook E6. Positions like this, just be patient. King F2. Now do I push? Good push. It's a pass pawn. I open up the C5 square maybe for the queen. Rook D8. I could push some more. Not getting mated. Wait! The queen was attacked! I forgot the queen was attacked. I was so focused on pushing a pass pawn. Will he see it? If he's watching the stream, he'll see it. Wow, rook d7. Oh, now I can't win a queen. I mean, I could trade. It's going to be a winning endgame. Wait, can I trade and play rook c5 and then takes? No, king e2. The king's too close. I mean, I think I have to trade anyway. Rook b2. That was unnecessary. Yeah, let's check. It could have been a lot easier. I pushed the pawn with multiple intentions. Let's play rook g6. I'll win this pawn. Let's... How do I mate the king? I could take this way. White will win f7, but I'll win h2, and then I'll have some mating net. I better have some mating net. Might have to include some pawns. Put the pawns to work. Yeah, like g5. Threatening mate in 1. That's actually not a bad move. Let's play... Okay, let's do that and then trade rooks. Scared of this white king. I'm down on time too. This is very similar to last game, where it's another time scramble and a rook ending, which I'm slightly down on time, but not by too much. And now I'll start pre-moving, and it's going to be like 3-0 on the king side. Always play f6. And this is where pre-moves come into play. Check, check. Could just pre-move the rest of the game. Whoa. My opponent's pre-moving too, though. Okay, this is going to be GG. There we go. Okay. It's a slow build-up to a really quick finale. Well, there's many takeaways from that game. The biggest takeaway is probably don't forget about free queens. What was this moment? To go far, far back when I played pawn c4. Yeah, pawn c4. Explosive. I forgot it was kind of opening up the line for my rook. We both forgot. It's like some random blind spot. I was so excited because my queen was supporting the pawn. I even saw the idea of rook c5 to support, but I didn't see rook takes b5. Man. Alright. Well. Oh, there's one more thing I wanted to just show in the opening though. And then we'll move on and I'll play more games. Because this is one of the more like testing lines against the Petrov. Like White tries to create imbalances early and avoid any symmetrical position. And after it takes bishop c5. At first this looks very good for black. But if you know what you're doing as white and you're prepared, You can play bishop c4, and this is a fascinating line. I would recommend learning this with like the opening database and the engine, because the lines get very complex. I think the main line is something like knight takes f2, bishop takes f7, king takes f7, queen d5 check, and then then the king has to go to g6, because if the king moves to f8, you take the bishop with check and then you pick up the knight. If the king goes to e8, problem is queen takes c5, knight takes h1, bishop g5. So I don't know how prepared I would be to go into this line. I think also white probably has a draw, like with perpetual somehow. Like if you're a weaker player and you're playing against a strong like GM and they're playing the Petrov, this is not a bad line to go into as white. It's also like it takes a lot of knowledge to like not get mated as black with the king on g6. I think I have a video on this line. You type in my name into YouTube, you type in like Geary loses in the Petrov, you should be able to find it. But thankfully my opponent didn't know any of that. Played bishop e3, and then that was pleasant. So, interesting games to start with. Let's move on. Let's play another game. What's the queue? Who's the next challenger? Whoever's next in the queue, if you want to challenge me. Oh, thanks BJH for sharing the link. Current queue, make hell tall. So I see the name. I'm not seeing like the plus button. Let me make the window like much larger. Ah, there it is. It's hiding. Okay. This is not the best approach, but it's an approach nonetheless. Then we're going to resize the board back and back to where people can see it. There we go. Okay. I'll get better at that. Let's play e5 again. We'll play. Hopefully we won't go into that Petrov line which I just showed. Oh, he's playing it. Okay, I'm ready for the challenge. This is rated 1790. Do I have to go into it? I think I have to go into it. I don't think I can. Like, bishop takes f2, king f1, and then black's actually in trouble. Alright. Well, this is why you should not give away your secrets to the whole world. I'll come back to bite you. Oh wait, there's no queen e4 check because my knight controls e4. So maybe there's no perpetual, at least. But my king is on g6. But okay, if I don't get mated, maybe I'll be up material. This is great. My opponent's going into the same line I just showed. Like king g6 on move 7. Like Boncloud style. Not a bad day to play this. I'm trying to remember the Geary game. Because I showed this, like I did all this research, mainly from the white side. And I remember, like, at some point black plays h6 and hides and prays for dear life. Bishop g5, this is a new move. Because I believe white is supposed to take. But this is still looking like very scary. And my bishop's hanging, my queen's hanging, my knight's randomly on f2, my king's on g6. I could play c6 maybe. I could play queen f8. Queen f8 defends the bishop? I mean, queen f8, what else to do? There's bishop e7. Oh, bishop e7 also possible. So these are two main moves, but it's blitz, so I don't have much time. Queen f8, knight h4, king takes g5. Let's do this. I don't see anything immediate for white. Like, these moves are impossible because my knight, like, defends from behind. And this move just loses a bishop and activates my king. And I'm still attacking the rook. White could legally castle here. But then I have discover checks. Meanwhile, I might be threatening this. Wow, he wants to destroy me. h5 coming. I mean, can I just take? And then if h5, I take more free stuff. I like free stuff. Queen e4. Wait, there's some line. Takes, queen e4, queen f5, h5, I lose my queen. So takes, queen e4, king h5, g4 is mate, so king f7, queen d5, I run away, and I'm alive? I think I'm alive, just run back to e8. We'll see if I missed anything. Have some small time shortage, but at least my king is getting exercise. Run up and run back before like move 15. And I still want to play h6 and just like hide in the corner. Ah, I forgot I have the Chess TV chat open too. Shout out to people in the Chess TV chat. Mainly Wind and Whisk Mike. h5, free pawn? Like everything in life is free, right? That's how the saying goes. Free pawn. My king is getting more exercise. I'm up a rook. And a pawn. Wait, and a knight? I'm up a rook, a pawn, and a knight? And another pawn. Wait, what is this position? Do I take it? Queen e4? King h3? Queen h4, king g2? Queen g4. Oh, queen g4 is almost mate, but then knight g3. What is this? King g4, queen e4, king h3, queen h4, king g2. Queen g4, knight g3, knight h4. There might be perpetual. I'll go for this move. Just making sure. I don't think I'm getting mated. Like, my king has no legal moves currently, but whatever piece checks a king allows some escape. Like if queen here, here. Okay, now I run back. Yeah, now my king is done with its workout. I'm ready to trade queens. And I'm up just so much material. My opponent employed the strategy, which is known as sack everything, it might be mate. Except I don't think it's going to be mate. Let's move the knight back. To g3, maybe to f2, supported by the bishop. Now I just have to watch out about time again. My time management still needs to be worked on. Could play d6 maybe. I'm just trying to get my queen or my bishop into play. e6. Forgot about e6. Maybe c6? Just attempting to remove the queen from defending the pawn. Now maybe d5. And d5 looks nice. This pawn's still really annoying. Ah, the knight's also... Knight's hanging. More free stuff. Okay, now white's king's a target. And white's king didn't get any exercise. It's not in the best shape to run. Can I castle? No, I can't castle. I've moved my king too many times. So what's the mating idea? Like queen h1? Maybe it's just a matter of taking more material. Win the rook. Wow, he's sacking more stuff. Hoping it's mate. Free knight? Wait, no. I see lateral queen moves, especially after last game. Let's check. And then free knight. I almost hung my queen there. That was a very tricky move. Alright, now let's take... So I'm up a rook. That's so much to count. I'm up a rook, 2 knights. Oh, I just lost a bishop. I'm not getting mated, right? Let's take this thing. I'll win this pawn. Maybe. I want to play rook f8 next. So I'm up 2 knights, a rook, and a pawn. My king can't really move. My king still has no legal moves. He's controlling all these squares. The bishop. But this king is more attackable. I want to do this. And then this. Eventually rook f8. Let's move in. It's a nice thing about having extra knights. Whoa, that was mate. I was so excited about the fork winning more material. That was mate. I guess that was mate. Nothing can move. At least the king can't move. That was a weird game. I would be fascinated to see like what the engine thinks if white had anything that game. But I didn't really see anything. And I have a feeling that bishop g5 was actually the mistake, even though it looks logical. I mean, it was very greedy on my part to activate my king like this, but just went up and back. Yeah, worked out. But definitely a game that will require further analysis, which I don't really want to do now, because I want to play more subs. So, if you're in the queue, I guess BJH, let me know. Oh, John Davis is in the queue. Current queue, John Davis. Okay, shout out to John Davis, who we've played a few times before. He actually beat me once in Bullet. Let me go to my challenges, and now, okay, this will just take a moment. Expand, accept, and then reduce. And then reduce some more. There we go. What do I play against John Davis? Let's play e4. I played him a bunch of times as black. Yeah, and he always plays like King's Gambit. Let's play this move. It's a little bit bigger. Okay, looks nice. Let's be aggressive. Let's play f4. g6. This is a big no-no. I don't know if I can punish it right away though, but it's usually weakening to like the dark squares. I'll play knight f3 here. I'm going to try and punish black right away. I'm going to play d4. And then if takes, I'm going to play knight b5. Because this square looks very juicy. Like d6 is so weak. d5 is what I like to see. Inviting e5. Now I'm going to go in for a very quick attack. It's actually very hard for black to control the square. He might have to play bishop f8. And I'm temporarily down a pawn, but I can win it back whenever. And if he allows knight d6, I'll play knight d6 followed by knight f7. Ooh. Or knight g5, threatening f7. And f7, I mean, I could win a pawn, but I could also be forking. This is like an opening dream come true. This is so much less stressful compared to last game. At this point last game, my king was on like h5. Man. Knight f5. So I think I can just take f7. But if I take f7, there's queen here. And this is a situation I want to like avoid all messiness. Keep things clean. I'll take with this knight. Expecting the queen to move to e7. Okay. I'll take the rook. Now I won material. Oh, it's probably time to develop. I could play g4. Let's develop though. Maybe I'll set up like some trap, like a3 and bishop b4. Oh, let's focus in the center. I'm not going to go for cheap tactics. Just simple moves. Wow. I'll allow this. He's going to play d4 next. Just have two slightly annoying, but I don't know. This is like a benign tumor. Like it looks annoying, but it's not really doing anything too harmful yet. I'll put the knight on e4. I'll work around the pawns. At some point I'll play c3. I'll be very happy to like drop the knight back to d6. Yeah, knight d6. This is what we call an octopus. Not a horse, not a knight. Has 8 tentacles. Could play c3 here. Could play bishop c4. Let's play c3. Okay, so I see the current queue. So the next person will be Blobe, and then Chess Pots or Utah. Chess Pots or Utah. Yeah, Utah, I know has a growing chess community. Already have a few students from there. And Jackie the Swede with a sub. Now Jackie the Swede can be added to the queue if you want. b6. I mean, I could take the pawn. Maybe there's no rush. I'm not like fully Russian. Only half Russian. And now I'm attacking the knight. I'm hoping for like some... Okay, never mind. Wanted to like pin the knight somehow. Maybe b4? Attacking the knight again. And then the knight will be fianchettoed. But that's actually not a bad like square, because then I might have to trade off my beautiful knight, or my beautiful octopus. I don't want to take and give black a beautiful bishop. Oh, let's take at least once. Yeah, my octopus is more beautiful than the bishop. And I'm going to win the pawn. And being up the exchange is actually very nice in this position, especially when there's one open file. Very simple plan, just doubling up. I'm going to try and keep control. Like rook, yeah, rook c2. Nothing too special. Eventually I want to play rook c7, invade. Maybe rook c7, eventually knight f7. Now rook c7, queen h4 attacks this guy. I mean, I could play g3 first. Let's play g3 first. Like defend everything, cover h4. And now, like rook c7 almost traps a queen. Like there might actually be some potential queen trap. Like I'm threatening this move now. And then the queen would actually be trapped. I'm also threatening this to fork the knight and the rook. So it is a question, like which piece is going to land on f7. Also, Toggy7 with a sub. Toggy7, are you still in Iceland? Also, how's the weather in Iceland? Because I feel like the weather in Chicago is colder than Iceland right now. Another plan here is just to double up on the 7th. Like put both rooks. in heaven. Like rook f7. Yeah, and black can't really fight for the c-file. He might just sack the queen here. And now let's play rook c7. Yeah, 7th heaven. This pawn can't be defended. It's still a question how I mate. But like black's almost completely paralyzed. I'm controlling c8. I mean, this is probably the only plan. a5. So I could take... I mean, maybe I just take on a5. If the rook takes, I have rook c8. Ah, but then I lose both rooks. Maybe I should take on h7 first. Have to be a little bit careful. I also have this move, queen c3. Play queen c3. Threatening the rook. And threatening rook c8. Still threatening this. Life is good. Expecting this. Actually, I don't know what to expect. I mean, he might try something really desperate. But I don't know if he can even, like, create any chaos here. Everything seems controlled. If this were Bughouse, this would be very bad for me. Like a queen on g2 or knight on h3 and I'd be getting mated, but... yeah, thankfully this is chess. Okay, let's play this move. So there's rook g2. Rook g2, it's just one check. Completely harmless, I think. If bishop c4, I can take the rook. Yeah, nice game, John Davis. No mercy. That's an opening you don't want to repeat. This e6, g6. Even though that probably wasn't the main mistake, it just gave me some unnecessary opportunities. And this is a nice lesson, like how to play as white, like exploit the opponent's weaknesses right away. And as black, you need to like be very conscientious of like the danger signs, because this is nothing to mess around with. I think the best move here is this, like d6. Because then e5 isn't as strong, because black can probably take. But yeah, normally, like if you play Sicilian, you should stick with either e6 or g6. You should not combine the two. So if you start with e6, you should be a bit more consistent. Either go for immediately d5, or sometimes players will do a6, b5, like bishop e7, like keep it a bit slower. But yeah, that was fun for me. Well, thanks for the game. And we have another sub. What is this name? 11 Truvlad 11. You can join the queue if you want to challenge me. So the next person is, hopefully this is a person, is Blob or Blob or Bloby. All right, so let me try this again. Let me go to my challenges. Interesting. So this is Blob. So I'll expand, click, and deflate. Hey, okay, it worked out. Let's play. What do I play? Maybe at some point I'll take opening recommendations. But so far I'm having fun with my openings. What's his rating? 1970. Let's play the same opening as last time. Is he gonna play g6? Hopefully he's learned from other people's mistakes. d5, okay. So staying consistent. This is a very common way to meet like the close Sicilian or the Grand Prix. Knight f3, natural move. Just want to develop. There's a few lines here for black. Knight f6, I guess is playable. Asking for e5. I probably don't want to commit to e5 so early, because then it's hard to break through the center. I could play bishop b5. Bishop e5 looks reasonable. Just developing. There's a few ways for black to block. If knight here, here, or bishop here, I might play queen e2 against everything. Guess we'll see. Knight c6. I could also take right away. Maybe I'll take right away. Or queen e2. I'm so conflicted. Let's play queen e2 right away. There's usually a rule that if you're pinning a piece, you shouldn't take it right away, because it can't move anyway. And now I have ideas of like taking and unleashing the e-file. And there's lots of tension. If black takes, I'll take back here. And I'll always have the option of like taking and trying to damage the structure. Black would like to play bishop d7, but that just runs into this. This move runs into this, so bishop e7. Let's castle. Staying patient. Now I'll take. Knight was no longer pinned. I didn't want to deal with knight d4 stuff, and now I'll play d3. And we'll actually have a positional game. I have some solid structure. Black has a bishop pair, but not the most impressive bishop pair. And there's a very kind of specific plan for white to play knight a4, b3, bishop a3, c4, and just try and paralyze black. Rook b8 doesn't scare me. I'll start with b3. Oh, I should host myself. Let me host myself. I forgot to tweet too. I got so like enthralled with like figuring things out. Yeah. I guess that's the one rule of like Twitch. If you're on another channel, you should host yourself. You go to my chat. I'm gonna still execute this plan. I mean, this looks very straightforward. Knight a4. I want to play c4. I want to fix the pawn on c5. And play bishop a3, and eventually win a pawn. Let's see. This will be very easy to type. Host chess. Okay, I have to be careful not to autocorrect to cheese. Okay, beautiful. c4, trying to destroy my plan. I mean, can I just take the pawn? If I take this way, then he takes this way. So maybe I play e5 first. e5 first. 420 Bond Cloud just subscribed. Happy birthday. If you want to play, we can have a very interesting Bond Cloud battle. Let's take on c4 first. The problem is, like, after it takes, I can't take with the queen because bishop a6. Or can I? Wait, takes, bishop a6, queen takes c6, bishop takes f1, queen takes d7. It's just a mess. I don't really want to get into a mess. So let's play bishop d2. Just simple, like, developing with tempo. Maybe someone link Eric's own channel. Mubot delivers. Yeah, my channel is just I am Rosen. I stream on Twitch as well. On my own channel. People can follow me if you want. Let's... Do I take? I guess I should take. What else to do? I'm sensing some deja vu, very much related to the John Davis game, where the square, it's just one square, but it's like a dream come true square for an octopus. Or a rook. Like rook d1 maybe? Rook fd1. Let's play rook fd1. Okay, this is a matter of move order. I have to move quicker too. Let's play rook fd1, getting off this diagonal. Also, like tying down the bishop to defending the knight. This tension will remain or not. Take with the a-pawn. Unleash the rook. Whoa, I dropped a pawn. Again, these lateral queen moves. Not easy to see. Let's play knight c3. I actually have some nice compensation. Like, I'm threatening this pawn. I've relatively good pieces. I guess I win the pawn back. Maybe I'll get 7th heaven again. At least with one rook. I have ideas of this and this. Knight e4 immediately? Knight e4, knight e3. Knight e4, knight e3, rook d4. What's going on there? Guess there's only one way to find out. Knight e3 attacking the rook and cutting off defense. Rook d4 defending the knight and the rook. And aligning with the queen. And threatening knight f6. Looks decent. Also ideas of c4. This is going to be a time scramble. This is my highest rated opponent so far too. He just won knight f6, I think. Check and win the queen. This is why tactics are so important for Blitz. You have to punish your opponents and also not blunder into opponent tactics. Okay, that ended really abruptly. Like I said, it was going to be a fight, and then it ended like in 2 moves. All it takes is one blunder. That was fun. Yeah, what was this opening? I like the position. c4 was actually a good move. If Black didn't play c4 and let me play c4, it would have been very nice. And then... yeah, maybe this position, like bishop a6 right away, like keep the tension. I guess this is still playable. I completely forgot about my my f-pawn. If I saw it, maybe I would play something different. Like maybe I'd go for knight g5 and go for the maneuver immediately. You want me to play the Grob because I didn't play it yesterday? Yeah, maybe we're getting to the point where I will take opening recommendations. So, I guess because I need to challenge myself. Someone needs to beat me, right? Okay, let's play someone else. What's this queue? Oh, Chess.com, Utah. Okay. Where's Utah? More importantly, where's Chess.com, Utah? Okay, so expand, accept, and deflate. Alright, good luck. Chess.com, Utah. A very mysterious picture. I mean, I can't play the Grob as black, and I can't play the Smith Mora as black either. I'll play knight f6, I'll be flexible. He's playing a Verisov. Let's play d5. I'll just play what I normally play against the Verisov. Yeah, this is a tricky opening. Now I'm going to play a move which, it looks very peculiar. Suspicious move, c6. It's kind of a pet line against this pet line. Now I play e5. And now the idea is if takes and I trade queens and have knight g4. If knight f3, I think I have this move. Wait, I have to remember. Bishop g4 takes. Bishop g4 takes. Knight d7? Maybe I just take. Let's just take. This can't be bad. If knight takes, I'll develop with tempo, develop even more with tempo. For those of you who are new to chess and don't know what developing with tempo means, it's essentially when you bring out a piece, you attack an opponent's piece, and in doing so you gain time. So for example, I gain time, white has to do something, okay, defended and developed, but now I'm going to try and keep being annoying. Attack the bishop. We might see bishop g1. Looks ugly, but and sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Actually, don't see another like great move for white. If king e2, I'm very happy to take the bishop. Now I'll castle. And castling isn't necessarily about king safety, it's more about getting the rook into play. Like rook e1 or rook d8, or rook e8 or d8. But the knight's well defended. Should probably develop the queen side. I'll play this move. I think there is some weird threat of knight takes c6. I actually don't know if white could have played that immediately, because there were some knight e7 ideas. But now it's too late. Like, my bishop's defended. I want to access the e5 square, probably knight ge5. And we have another positional game. Queens are off the board. Arguably black is slightly better because this pawn is a bit lonely. We'll trade minors. Put the rook on e8. Yeah, the problem with the e-pawn is just a long-term target. Can't be defended by another white pawn. So over time, the goal is to at least keep the pawn blockaded, and maybe long-term, like just double up rooks. When don't you castle? There's cases where you don't castle in chess. Sometimes when queens are traded early, then it's better to leave the king in the center, but it's also important to get the rooks into play. Play this move. My bishop was kind of hibernating for a while, but eventually it'll come to life. Rook ge1. Okay, let's make the bishop lively. Not sure what it's doing on e6, but it's controlling some squares. At this point, it's just a matter of being solid. I might just wait until like white blunders. Like, I might just keep playing solid improving moves. See if white gives me any opportunities. I'm dreaming of getting a knight to e3. I think knight g4 is some idea. I'm going to start with rook d8. Only open file on the board. Have ideas of this and this. b3. Continue. I'm actually not sure if I want to double up on the E or D file, because this is a clear target. If I double up on the D file and knight f3 is played, we might just end up trading a lot. Bishop c4, wow. So I could trade everything and then just damage white structure even more. Let's do this. I'll take with a knight, expecting knight takes. Then I'll take on d1 with the rook. And then I'll take on c4 with the knight, with the bishop. And it's still equal material. And now, okay, I can't take here because takes and then I get back rank mated. So time to make some Luft. Now I'm probably threatening to take. I do have to watch out for rook d7. But the structure is just so weak. Let's put the rook on e5, preventing pawn e5. And then the goal is to play knight t7 to c5 and then eventually f5. And white's goal is to move the king here, which is met nicely with knight c5, or prevented nicely with knight c5. Yeah, all it takes is one pawn to win a game. Haven't won a pawn yet, but liking the prospects. Yeah, so I'm allowing the rook to invade, like rook d8, king g7. But again, this is like a benign tumor. Like, it's looks annoying, but it's not going to do any harm. Like rook a8, a6. b7 is always defended by the knight. And this knight is very hard to remove. Now I want to take the pawn, but I want to defend that pawn as well. So I should probably make some other improvements. Could activate the king. Or maybe I could take the pawn. Let's start with a6. Kind of a slow move. But I want to take twice on e4 and not have my a7 pawn be attacked in the end. Okay, now takes, rook c7, takes, rook a4, king b2. Not sure if I want to go down those lines. I'm going to play h5. I can win this pawn whenever. I just want to make like the most improvements possible. Because it might come down to some pawn race on the king side. It might also come down to just flagging my opponent. Yeah, now I think it's time to take. Expecting rook d7. Ooh. Okay, now I'm just going to munch on some pawns. Up 2 pawns, up time. Life is good. Have some more tea. Let's play b5. Okay, second cup of tea. I have like one more cup. Just over an hour into the stream. We could trade down. Show some king pawn technique. Yeah, this is why pawns are so valuable, because you get to the endgame and the pawns eventually turn to queens, at least if you have more of them than your opponent. Okay, nice game. That was a fight. Some weird opening. Yeah, it was nice to use this like this preparation. Because I remember like always being confused about this opening, like the Verisov. And I remember there were times where I would be tricked into like a French defense. Like if black plays e6 too early, then e4 transposes to French. So yeah, especially if like goes for this gambit. I think this is like called the Black Mardimer gambit. And this applies to a lot of gambits, at least more mainstream gambits, where if you're playing someone who's like really excited to play a gambit, sometimes it's better to just kill their hopes and dreams and decline the gambit. And c6 is a nice way of just declining. And then after e5, black got some nice development. And we didn't go into this line, but if takes, and then let's say king takes, there'd be knight g4. And if knight takes, there'd be knight takes e4. So the lines work out nicely for black. So yeah, if you're just joining, I'm doing, what is this called? Sub Saturdays. First time doing this. First time streaming on the Chess.com channel. You can challenge me. I know there's a queue, and I'm taking subscriber challenges first. The current queue is now in the chat. What is his name? Carnicero. Sounds like beef or steak. It's probably Spanish for something. Let's play Carnicero. And then Tog e7, then Jack the Swede. Okay. Am I gonna play a Grab? I guess I'd kind of committed to it, right? Okay, let's expand. Accept. Deflate. Oh, I'm black again. The Grab will have to wait. What opening do I play? Oh, I'm playing a good player. Let's play Let's play a Sicilian. I haven't played a Sicilian yet. I've played a lot of Petrovs. I'll play Taimanov, one of my main lines. Oh, from Sweden. Interesting. Bishop b5. So this is actually an interesting line. There's some trap if takes knight e2, queen g5. With this line, I think a6 is the move. And there's some theory like bishop d3. This is a very strange variation. I'm going to move back to c6 because I don't want to allow this damaged pawn structure. Rook e1, fine move. Let's play. Could play b5. I have to be careful of e5 ideas. Let's play b5. Gain space. I'm a little bit behind development, but because the center is closed, it's not so uncomfortable. And bishop f1 is a good move. Oh, can I get away with this right away? Here, probably not, because h3. So I'll play d6, trying to slow down an e5 move. Now I just want to develop. And white wants to open the center before I complete development. Could take. And bishop b7, I guess? Or should I take? Probably bishop b7. I'm a little bit unsettled because I've touched nothing on my king side except the e-pawn. But if I get 3 moves, I'll hopefully be more comfortable. Let's play knight f6. And we actually have like some Scheveningen or Scheveningen like setup. We played somewhat of a non-traditional move order. But this is like one of the most common Sicilian structures. Have a bit more space on the queen side. a3 is a good sign. Very happy to see a3. Means I have some time. Castle next. Then the queenside play f3, also nice sign. So white's just playing solidly. The queenside play usually involves, okay, first of all, having the c file. And then, secondly, usually going for this idea. Might start with queen c7. Create some battery. And this is really a dream square for the knight. I'll play knight e5. Not scared of f4 because of knight g4. And I'm ready to hop in. If I get into c4, I'll be attacking things. I'll be having tactical ideas too, like knight to c4 and knight takes a3 is one idea. Make use of the c-file battery. Do I have to play h5 in this position? h5 is not under my radar. Even though sometimes it's played to stop g4, usually it should not be played when you're castled. It's more common when the rook is on h8. I think I want to keep the focus on the queen side. There's also ideas of d5. And try and break down this pawn chain. Maybe get the bishop to a more active square. Whoa! Sacrificing a piece, probably for 3 pawns. I should probably accept that. Wait, is it for 3 pawns? Queen b8. There's bishop a7, queen a8. I think that's okay. This is gonna be very strange, but I'm happy to have an extra minor piece here. I know like 3 pawns is technically equivalent to a minor piece, but minor pieces are usually just more valuable in the middle game. Hey, we have Rar Attacker, and he approves. It's always what I've wanted in life. Approval from Rar Attacker. So I have to play queen a8. It's the only safe queen move. Now it's a question, will white take here? Capturing the 3rd pawn. I'm imagining takes, and then knight c4. So bishop d4, not taking the pawn. So white only has 2 pawns. And, okay, I could play knight c4. I think I'll play rook d8 first. A solid move. Wait, is it true I played doubles in badminton with Danny Wrench? I don't think I've ever played badminton with Danny Wrench. We've played ping pong, though. Had some very intense ping pong battles. But this was years ago. It's a long time ago. It was a very close game, too. Maybe bishop a6. Bishop was doing nothing, staring at white's pawn chain. a4. Well, this knight's solid now. Could play knight c6. I actually don't know what to do. I'm just going to play like a neutral move. Putting the ball back in white's court. Okay, that's a scary move. Let's play this controlling c7. Yeah, at this point it's just playing like quick moves, not blundering. Maybe trying to provoke some blunders from the opponent. And try and tickle the c2 pawn. Ideas of taking, and if knight takes I can win c2. So there's queen, queen c6, knight a7 would be problematic. Maybe d5, d5, e5. Okay, I don't want to get into a bad time situation. Let's start with queen b7. Just apply a little bit more pressure. I'll put the rook here. Probably getting ready for d5. Bishop b6, that's annoying. Let's move back. I might be losing this pawn, but maybe not because the knight's tied down. Okay, d5. I'm inviting e5. I'll probably put the knight on h7, then f8, and be safe. Yeah, just very safe. Like white's going to have some space, but I still have my extra minor piece. I'll move the knight back. It's a lot of dancing around. Now the bishop's tied down to the pawn, and I'm ready to take the bishop and put the bishop on c5 and win more things. That loses a pawn, but I don't know if white had anything better. Still ready to take the bishop. Winning my pawns back. Now I'm just up a knight. White has no pawns for it. I have 2 center pawns. Yeah, this is looking very nice. I'll be safe. Whoa, if I play that move, there's knight takes e6. And he's threatening bishop takes h6 too. Okay, I have to be very careful. What do I do here? Oh, I might have to like give back a pawn. Yeah, I mean this will still keep me safe. Knight takes e6, takes. Maybe I have bishop h4. Kind of an in-between trick. Queen here, knight here. This might be working. Queen g4, knight f6. I just want to chase the queen away from attacking this knight. Now I think I can... Oh, I still can't take because there's a fork. Oh, very nifty. Let's play this. It's a skewer. This bishop's not defended. Ah, but it's going to be a fork. There's so many random tactics happening all at once. Thankfully, I'm probably just going to win on time. Let's play this move. Is it a trap? No, it's not a trap. Queen g4. But I can take the bishop. and we'll trade. And now the icing on the cake. Queen takes h4, rook takes f3. And now defend and flag. Alright. Interesting finish. That was kind of a messy finish. Like, there was so much tension. I think white probably went wrong by sacrificing on b5. It's like one general rule, like you should value minor pieces over pawns, even like 2 or 3 pawns. But the opening was interesting, like this weird move order, because I usually play Taimanov, and we got some position which wasn't entirely Taimanov. One opening trap though, which I mentioned briefly, but it's a trap which a lot of people actually fall into, where it looks natural for white to take. Takes, maybe I can move the pieces. Takes knight e2. But then queen g5, and black's better here. Double attack. I think black's just winning a pawn. But my opponent didn't fall into that. It was a fight. So, I haven't lost a game. I thought I was going to lose a lot of games. I prepared for the worst. It's working out. But my energy levels slowly... Actually, they're staying okay. As long as I keep drinking this tea. This green tea has caffeine, right? Let's play the next person in the queue. Toggy7 from Iceland. I asked the weather like how it is in Iceland, but I forget what the response was. Let's make this bigger. Where's Toggy? Toggy7. It's smaller. Alright. Ooh. Okay, don't take this as an insult, but I'm playing the grab, because people are telling me to. Play the grab says, "Hey, I am Rosen. I'm playing this in dedication to you." E5. I don't usually play the grab, so what do I play here? Bishop g2 probably? Bishop g2 makes sense. I guess the idea of the grab, like you put the bishop on the long diagonal, you gain space on the king side with your g-pawn. I think c4 is a common move. Wait, play the grab says, I stopped playing the grab a long time ago. That's so sad. Because you have to change your username? Or maybe your username is telling other people to play the grab. Which is still okay. d4. d4... We're both kind of extending pawns. Let's play queen b3. Attacking this pawn. We could trade, like takes. It's not really a trade because I'm winning the rook in the end. I might have ideas of queen g3. Like defend, attack, get ready to pawn storm. I don't mind this position. Looks fun. So if you're just joining, I'm playing subscribers. We have a queue. Jackie the Swede, Ivar Diaz, and Vamp Lord are going to be next. h6 is such a random move. Preventing g5. Not sure if that's the most ambitious idea. Let's just take a pawn. I'm so perplexed about h6. Now I'll take a bishop. Now I'm threatening to win the rook, so black can defend. Black has this move. So I'm up a pawn. I can't play g5. So let's play d3. Try and have some solid structure. Ah, so maybe this is why he played h6, to prevent g5 in this position. But I can still play g5. My bishop supports it. Would like to get the pin. I'm realizing that if we trade on g5, black has rook b8 and rook takes b2. But I could take a7. It could be a mess because there's bishop e4 check. Okay, we'll see what happens. Yeah, takes. I guess after rook b8, queen takes a7, there's only... Okay, never mind. Won't have to worry about any of that. Bishop e7. Whoa, what? No! What did I do? Oh, it's click. I thought it was click and drag, but it's also click. I lost a queen? I wanted to play queen g2 and fianchetto my queen in my territory. No! Precious queen. Okay. Well, now I'm down a queen. But I'm up on time. And I have an extra pawn too, right? Wait, I have to stay calm. When you make a mistake, you have to stay calm. Accept the consequences. I would like to blame other people, but I should have been more careful with my mouse. Okay, let's take a knight. Okay, this is going to be competitive, because I have a time advantage, and I have a rating advantage, but my opponent has a queen advantage. I have to play rook b1, but I have an open file advantage, and I have the pair of knights. Yeah, I'm going to try and stay focused. Castling. It's a good move. I want to attack, but I also want to like keep my king safe. I'll probably castle back. Yeah. I mean, one strategy here is just like don't get mated and try and flag the guy. That's hard when he has a queen. I don't have a queen. Maybe h3? Yeah, idea of king here, here, and then eventually here to fork. Oh, that's a good move. He just wants to make another queen because one queen isn't enough. King h2. Maybe rook. I could attack along the c file. Okay, I'm gonna start with this move. I just want to poke and prod. I lost my time advantage. I forgot. I have to move quickly too. Knight c4 maybe? That's a nice outpost. Attack some pawns. Now if a3 I take with knight. Let's defend the pawn. Okay, my idea is rook g1 to g3 and then rook ag1 and somehow mating. I don't want to trade knights. Wait, let's take a pawn. f6, I guess I would play knight g6. This is going to come down to a time scramble. Now I want the file, or the half open file. Yeah, that's not a bad move. It's slightly uncomfortable too. Let's play... I don't want to do this, but I'm scared of this, and then my my f-pawn will be hanging. So I'm defending the f-pawn. My knight's hanging too. I could play this move. Okay, now I'm just going all out for the attack. Like knight h6 and like hope I'm somehow mating. Knight h6 to f5. Holding on to this pawn. There's knight g6 ideas as well. Knight h6 followed by knight g6 ideas. How is he losing to a 12-18? I blundered my queen because I kind of mouse slipped. My mouse got too excited. Let's do knight f5 or rook e. Knight f5. Wait, is there any trick? Play like rook g3. No, knight f5 looks nice. I just want to keep things complicated, not give away my knights. Yeah, that's a good move. Let's do this move. I'm probably going to regret that. I want to play rook g3 next. And knight will probably have to somehow come back to f5. I actually like my chances now. My king's relatively safe. I'm up on time. There's no increment. Still down a queen, but yeah, the more time passes by. And knights can be tricky, especially for low-rated players. Okay, let's check again. Any like crazy mates? Check. Let's check again. All these spite checks. I'll play rook e1, and now I want to play this check. Just keep checking until flagging or mating. Check. Okay, that was a close call. Slightly unnecessary queen blunder. But yeah, I mean, when you blunder your queen, hold on to your knights, because they're still tricky. Nice game, Tagi7. I actually I liked the opening, like the grab worked out. It was just this queen d5 move. Like it had its journey to g2. It was just took a tragic like pit stop on the d5 square. And after bishop takes e7, black should play knight takes e7. No reason for queen takes e7. Maybe he was thinking like queen b4 and take the pawn, but that's more valuable. Like hold on to your knights, even when you're up a queen. Okay, maintaining my clean score. Maybe not with the cleanest of games. So, next in the queue is Jackie the Swede. Let's go expand. Jackie, where are you? Wait, I don't see Jackie the Swede. Is there maybe a different Chess.com name than Twitch name? If Jackie the Swede isn't here, I'll play Ivarved S. Oh, Jackie the Swede is here. Jackie. Okay, let's play Ivarved S first. Wait, I don't see Ivarved S either. I don't know if people see this, but these are the people challenging. Oh, Jackie the Swede. Okay, nice. And now expand back. Beautiful. Let's not play the grab. Let's play a London. D6. Let's play a Pirtz. Bishop D7. Let's go for Scholar's Mate. Okay, if black isn't pre-moving everything, then maybe I won't go for Scholar's Mate. E6. Wait, what? Oh, I forgot it's click click again. I did not intend to play queen f3. But somehow I clicked the queen earlier and then I clicked the f3 square. Thankfully that was not a mouse slip. Just have to be very careful of that. Ah, so it highlights the piece. I see. Okay. This is actually a reasonable way of playing. Like, my opponent's trying to be super solid. But eventually there's going to be some holes. Like, at some point I'll play, like, d5 or e5. And yeah, I want to avoid the so-called Botez gambit. One game was enough. I could play the delayed Grob. Played the Grob is still in the chat. Probably summoning g4. g4 actually makes some sense. Let's not trade off any minor pieces. It's a very common rule in chess. When you have more space or have more center, don't trade minors. Black is more cramped. Yeah, this is actually a very reasonable plan. Like g4, g5, kick away the knight. Then maybe h4, h5. And then eventually g6. So, next players in the queue are Evarvd S, Vamplord 11, Stevis 5, and Nikola Stojcin. If you want to join the queue, you can subscribe and challenge me, and then message BJH. I think that's how it works. Let's play g4. If I get in g5, then I will have to go back where it came from. Maybe I'll even play like b4, b5, kick around this knight as well. Wow, g6. Reminds me of the John Davis game. Like, the combination of g6 and e6 are very weakening to the f6 square. In this case, the f6 knight. I have a threat. I'm threatening to take the knight and fork, as well as trap the queen. This is like free material plus a fork plus a queen trap. That's unfortunate for black. Let's take again. Tough game. 7 moves! I think this is the quickest game of the stream. I mean, black could have kept playing, but it's tough when you lose a knight and then a queen back to back. Okay, well, slightly interesting opening. Queen f3 not intended. 2 games in a row where I did not intend a certain queen move. But this move was very reasonable. Let's move on. Varvd S. Let me go to my challenges. I don't think I see the name though. Oh, it's Evarvd S. I still don't see the name. Next person in the queue is Vamplord. So I'm going to look for Evarvd S. Evarvd. Yeah, I'm not seeing it, so we'll play Vamplord. If Evarvd is still around, I'll still be happy to play. And I'll look for it. Oh, maybe I have to scroll down. Okay, I'll look to maybe scroll down and see. But for the time being, let's play chess. Let's play a Budapest. I haven't played the Budapest yet today. This is one of my favorite openings. It's fun when white accepts it. It's also fun when white declines it. It's just a fun opening all around. So this is actually the way that Carlsen played against me. Like, the very first time I ever played Carlsen, it was a bullet game, and he pre-moved knight c3, so it was kind of an unintended move. And then I went on to win somehow. But this is already like very pleasant for black. Like, more development. I'm kind of wishing my bishop was on like c5 to have bishop takes f2 tactics. Wait a minute. Does knight e4 work here? This is a point in the day where I'm feeling a little bit adventurous, like knight e4. I can't resist. I'm sacking my queen with the idea that after bishop takes d8, knight takes c3, pawn takes c3, bishop takes c3, I win the queen back. I think after the dust settles, I'll be up a pawn, because I'll have won the b2 pawn. So I'm going crazy for just a pawn. There's a potential problem that white might just save the queen. Like after bishop takes d8, I don't want to reveal too much information, but bishop takes d8, knight takes c3, the queen could move somewhere, and I might not win the queen back. But I'll still have like a really interesting scenario where I'll have discovered attacks and I don't know, some compensation. Okay, let's see what happens. Ah, Evarv, I'm getting your challenge. Very good. You'll be next. Yeah, this is a very bizarre position. I don't think I've ever had this before either. This has never really come to mind. So queen c2. Oh, this is so fascinating. I could play knight d4. Hitting the queen? If queen takes, knight c2, I win the rook in the end. If the queen moves somewhere, then I have knights in white's face. Like knight here, queen here. But what's the move? Do I have a move there? Knight e4. Ah, knight e4 and knight takes f2. This is too much fun. I don't have a queen, but I have minor pieces. And they're doing work. This queen's attacked. I'm dreaming of like some mating ideas. Maybe it's a little hard to conceive of a mate. Everything has to work together. But I think I'm going to win the queen back. Like, where does the queen move? The queen moves here, I take on a2. Queen moves here, I take on a2. Defending the bishop. If the queen moves here, I play knight e4 followed by knight takes f2. King d1, it would be a fork. The queen can't move here or here, or here, or here. Knights are powerful. Or here or here. And then we already looked at all of these squares. The queen is effectively trapped, I think. So queen d3, okay. So knight e4 looks promising. But is there anything better? There's some like weird mate. I could play maybe knight a4. King d1, knight takes b2. King c1, I take on d3. I guess I would rather win f2. Bishop attacking. And now the family fork. Or the so-called fork knights. The subs can use their fork emotes. Or if you're a sub to my channel, you can use a fork knight emote. And now we'll take the queen with check, and then we'll take the bishop. And now I'm up a bishop and a pawn. And I'm up on time. That was opening success. Okay, let's move the bishop somewhere, maybe back, with the intention of moving forward. Okay, I'll take... I'll play d5. It's a pawn sack. I just want to accelerate development. Okay, I could throw in a check. Develop with tempo. Okay, life is looking pretty good. Play c6. It's so nice having the bishop pair in like a wide open position, because it's just, they control so many squares. Have mating ideas. If white doesn't resign, there's going to be some mating net. Hopefully. If a rook gets to b2, or even like the third rank. So rook e3, king a2. Let's start with this. I'll play bishop d3, hitting c4. I'll take c4. Okay, now rook d7 is a threat. I don't have any immediate checks, so let's just defend and be safe. I need this guy to get into play. I think rook e8. Rook will come down, probably to e2. Let's do this. And then do this. Okay. Now that was a fascinating opening. Like, what is this opening? Knight e4? I have a feeling it's dubious, but white has to play accurately. So knight e4 in this position. Takes. Maybe the queen could move somewhere else? Queen b3, there's still... Maybe queen b3. But then still knight d4. So unusual. But there's some variation where like queen takes b4, you give back the queen, and then you get a position like this where my knight's attacked, I have no time to take the bishop, and black's actually going to be down a piece. So this was probably the better way of playing. But it requires calculation. Alright, where's the cue? Ivarv? Oh, Ivarv, who I missed it earlier. Hopefully he's still here. Ivarv is here, okay. Expand, and then accept. Ivarv, good luck. What to play? What haven't I played yet? Let's play in English. Show some love for England. Let's play this. English is actually one of my secondary openings. It's a fun line to play. Yeah, the queue is almost empty. What do I do if the queue is completely empty? To just wait? Or do puzzle rush? d6. Let's play d4. Yeah, the drawback of d6. The bishop's not so happy. Okay, we're gonna have some old Indian. It was actually a playable opening. Like black might go for this. The kingside fianchetto. I like the space advantage. Feels good. Okay, let's take. Imagining scenarios where I'll have like knight f5. And then... Okay, never mind, because black just played g6. Now I'm imagining bishop g5, attack the knight. Or do I go insane and just like go for the Potzer attack? Let's go for the Potzer attack. There's a certain breed of chess player, when they see g6, then h4 is automatic. This is usually the case for me in Bullet. In Blitz it's a little bit borderline. In this case, Probably not necessary, but it's going to be fun. Problem is I want to like sack and take twice on h5, but then the knight would be hanging in the end. So I think I'll start with this move, preparing to play h5. b6 now for black. Yeah, b6, like double fianchetto. What could go wrong? b6, knight c6 traps the queen. c5. Yeah, c5, it looks nice for black at first, but it's very weakening to d6. And I don't know how black defends, because I'm attacking twice, and pawns can't move backwards. And once I get the knight to d6, it turns into an octopus. A very powerful octopus. I've had a lot of octopi today. Always nice. Such nice knights. This knight can be reinforced by the other knight. Or I can just go for fork. Go for the fork knight. Yeah, let's do that. Ah, if king e7, I can play knight d5. Knight's doing work. Honestly, if king e7, I probably take the rook first, because I'm expecting bishop takes, and then I'll have the other fork. Maybe he won't allow it, maybe he'll take on b2. Knight takes h8, it's sort of hope chess. Yeah, I'm pretty sure octopi is the right, like, spelling, right? It's Latin or Greek or something. Yeah, queen takes b2, best move. Let's play... I want to sack a queen for some reason. Sacking a queen, like, it's like eating a Tide Pod. It looks fun, but it's just terrible. Let's play knight d5. Just want to keep initiative and not lose anything. I'll probably lose my knight, but I'll have maybe some counterattacks against the queen. Yeah, I'm just going to continue making threats. Maybe this knight can also become an octopus. This knight's a goner, though. Like, I don't think there's any hope in saving it. Unless there's some miracle. Where's a miracle? Knight f7 ideas. Or maybe like these ideas to open the H file. Yeah, let's bring in, I'm gonna bring in the other knights. There's a possibility I'll have both knights just in the corner, just chilling. And there's actually ideas here of like queen d6, king g8, queen e6, king takes, and then still looking for the mate. Ah, wait a minute. That doesn't work. I wanted to play this and then knight f7, but I would lose a rook to play forcing moves. Let's play e5. There's a trick here. If knight takes e5, I have queen d8. And that's just made in 2. And if that... Ooh, that's attacking my knight. But this knight's still hanging. Let's play queen d2 first. We might end up trading knights, yeah. This knight has been trapped for such a long time. And it's still trapped. I could play bishop h6 maybe. Life is still pretty good. Queen e5. Let's play bishop e2. Yeah, now my knight can't be taken. The bishop is pinned. Oh, what's an octopus in chess? An octopus is a knight on e6 or d6 if you're white. It has 8 tentacles. It's so powerful. I explained it earlier. Apologies for the people who had no idea what I'm talking about. Do I take the bishop? Do I play f3? Do I play bishop f4? I could play bishop f4 maybe. Oh, there's some funny trap though. Let's play f3. I'm trying to induce queen g3, king f1, bishop moves somewhere, and then I'll have bishop f4 trapping the queen. Okay, none of that happened. So now I'll take the bishop. Can I still legally castle kingside? Pretty sure I can. Wait, should I take the bishop? Rook. Yeah, rook e8. It'll be okay. Okay, so I was considering castling to escape the danger, but that walks into mate in 1. And my queen's attacked too, so castling would be bad on multiple levels. And queen g3 is actually coming too. I'm actually in a little bit of trouble. Like, it's not comfortable. I mean, I'll probably be okay. I think. I better be okay. No, I might have to go for some dirty flag. Like, black's getting a lot of counterplay. Thankfully there's no rook d8 because queen takes d8. And now my king will get some exercise. I think it's okay. I think there was a line there where I could have actually been in trouble. Okay, this is definitely not trouble. Double attack and flagging. Draw. I was too slow to accept the draw. But good game. He put up a fight. This position, I probably just got overconfident. My knights were like falling, and my king was loose. I probably should not have played f3. Should probably just like play bishop e3 and be safe. What was it here? Where was the moment? I think maybe in this moment, okay, white had no time, or black had no time, but queen c3? Perhaps a bit stronger? I guess I would have queen d2. And there's still some weird line, like queen g3, king d1, I run away, and it's probably okay for me. Okay, good game. That's one way, like, how low-rated players... Like, okay, there's a 1,500 point difference between us, but, like, it was almost close to winning. Okay, one slip, like castling, it would have been game over. Where when you get, like, a bad position, you just fight on, you try and create, like, counterplay. And even for me, like, I'll sometimes get carried away with my ideas and forget about the opponent's ideas. So we have a queue. I'm going to be playing Stevis 5. Stevis 5. Let's find the challenge. Stevis 5. I don't see Stevis 5. I wonder if there's like some maximum number of challenges. Who's the next person in the queue? Stevis 5, if you're here and you want to challenge me again, feel free. Then we have Bondelman. Oh, Stevis 5. Okay. Nice. Playing Stevis 5. Good luck. Let's play... Have I not played a London yet today? Let's play a London. London is like my true opening love. In symmetrical London, you play It's better to play a bit differently with c4. Idea to play queen b3 and attack the undefended pawn. And now black has to make some decision. I mean, he could play b6, he could play like queen c8. We'll see what happens. Knight c6. Knight c6 is actually the best move here. And it actually has a nice idea. If takes, I guess black could take either way, or take on d4 or play knight b4. Let's play. What do I play? Let's play this move. Defend the pawn. I honestly might be getting into trouble if black plays correctly here, but we'll see. I don't think I want to say anything. My opponent might be watching, so I might be like trying to figure out what I'm referring to. But I don't think it'll be that bad for me. Okay. Nature is calling, so I'm going to be right back. My opponent will have time to think. Hopefully by the time I get back, he'll still be thinking. If he moves, then I'll be giving some time odds, but that's okay. Be right back. Okay, time odds have been given. He played a normal move, knight f6. I was scared of this move. Let's develop. Let's play knight here. I was really scared of bishop takes b1 followed by bishop b4 check. But now things should be okay. If knight b4 now, I have rook c1. I'm just defending everything. To reload on some more tea. This is going to be my final cup, I think. Almost out. Wow, 2 hours have gone by. So 1 more hour left. Yeah, my hands have been washed and clean. Ready to not make any more mouse slips compared to the few dirty games from previously. I think I've only made 2 mouse slips so far. Like those back-to-back games with the queen move, with the click click. Should really find out how to disable that. But now my opponent may be also washing his hands. Leveling out the time. Like it's only move 6. We've both spent more than like half our time. A6, deep move. It's actually tricky. If I take... What's the idea? If I take, there's still knight here. I don't want to mess with that. Let's play this move. Just developing. It's the slowest opening ever. Okay, I'm going to speed things up. If bishop takes g3, I'll take back with the h-pawn. Open the h-file. Let's play bishop e2. I could play c5 maybe. Oh, let's just castle. Be solid. What opening was this? This was a London, but it was like a copycat variation. So I went for an early c4 and queen b3. Sort of like a London Queen's Gambit hybrid. And the knight is arguably misplaced on c6. Can I win a pawn? Looks like I can win a pawn here. I'll take twice on d5, or 3 times on d5. Wait, you're headed to Denver for a tournament. Is it the same tournament that like a bunch of famous people are going to? Because I heard Danny Wrench is going there and a bunch of other like strong players. Hey, another sub, Acid Commander 25. If you want to play me, send me a challenge. We have a queue of subscriber challenges, I think. You can join the queue by challenging me and messaging BJH. Okay, so we're gonna trade on d5. I'll be up a pawn. My queen's not entirely trapped. I'll swing over to h5. Might do some kind of impromptu kingside attack, like g4, g5. No, let's do it. If bishop g4, I could play queen h1, just for the heck of it. It's actually not a bad move. Keep the queen on the h-file. Maybe someday have scope along this diagonal. In the meantime, I want to play knight g5. Okay, I'm playing queen h1. The king and the queen are together. That's the goal of chess, right? Wait, king h2. No, that was a mouse slip. Thankfully, it's not like the worst mouse slip. Let's move back. And let's take. And yeah, maybe my queen doesn't belong on h1. Let's play king g2. I'll play this and then this. Just hugging my king with my pieces. Wow, that's a fancy move. I play bishop e4. Oh, let's play queen h5. I'm ready for the sack. Okay, that was a weird game. There are a lot of things about that game. Very slow opening. I think we both took some breaks in that game early on. I won the pawn. Then I did some stuff in the corner with my pieces. Then black lost on time. One thing about the opening, because it was an interesting way of playing. A lot of players will play like b6 or queen c8, which leads to a kind of pleasant position for whites. This is definitely the most challenging move. I actually don't know the theory about this position, but like just at first glance, it seems like black can take. Rook takes and then bishop b4. I have to give up castling rights. Like I would probably have to Bong Cloud with king e2 or king d1. Like unintentional Bong Cloud. But yeah, after one move, knight f6, I felt very safe. So, let's move on. Shout out to Sean Simp in the chat. We met in real life. I forgot, like, people in the chat exist in real life too. That's nice to see. Let me know, like, in the chat if you know me in real life. Always curious. I thought I had the Chess TV chat open as well. Not as active as the Twitch chat, but shout out to Jaron and Soren Chess. And shout out to everyone else too. Let's play some more chess. What's the queue? Current queue, Mincho Rusev is the only person? Can a queue just have one person? Where's Mincho? Mincho, ooh, high rated relative to the other opponents. Okay, I'm black. Let's play. I'll play a Budapest if allowed. Yeah, let's have a Budapest. We've had one Budapest already, but it was declined. Now it's accepted. Play knight g4. And the point of this opening, I mean, I give away a pawn temporarily. The goal is to accelerate development and eventually win it back. White has to play e3 here. Now I'll play knight c6. The e5 pawn can't be saved. Queen d5 is an attempt, but it runs into queen e7. BJH asking if I'm going to PCL finals. I will be. I'll be in San Francisco. I have to figure out how I'm getting there. I'm not sure if I'm flying or taking a bus from San Francisco or a bus from LA, but I'll definitely be there. And 100 bits from Are We Supposed To? Thanks, Are We Supposed To? Joining the bit leaderboard. Let's take a pawn with a knight. I think I'll be doing like some photography at the PCL finals. So I actually I took photos there last year, and the photos I took last year are like everywhere now, being used to promote this year's event. So I'm looking forward to it. It was probably one of my the most interesting and most entertaining chess event I've ever been to. Okay, so we have some position. Let's take on f3, and then I'll put the other knight on e5. And there's a really interesting idea coming up. Let's start with rook e8. Normal move. Black's main idea in this position is rook a6 and h6. Just a rook lift. Yeah, knight e4 is playable. I'll play bishop f8. I still want a rook lift. Yeah, let's do it. This is why I delay playing d6. And now I'll play this. Gotta get my lifting in today, even if it's not at the gym. Now I have some attack. Queen h4. And then later I'll play d6, and if white ever plays h3, I'll have ideas of bishop takes h3. And life will be fun. E4 is kind of annoying, because now the rook's kind of hit. If I play this, then there's knight f5. If I play this, I could also play this. Let's play rook g6 first. Do you even rook lift, bro? Or is it brah? Or is it brah? I was debating this on a previous stream. If what's the difference between a bro and a bra and a bra? Or is there a difference? Let's play. Could play this move, queen h4. I just want to be aggressive. I'm still delaying d6 because I don't know if my bishop should come out of hibernation. Or maybe this bishop should come out of hibernation more quickly. But now I have plans in life. If knight f5, maybe queen h3, threatening mate. I mean, there's so much potential. Like, all my pieces have attacking potential. I mean, this looks very fun. Oh, but then knight f5? Wait. Rook h6, knight f5, I can just take on h5. Pretty sure that works. And now this bishop is basically pinned. Whoa, I made it green. How did I make it green? Ah, if you hold down shift right click makes it green. I didn't know that. I can make it blue too? This is so fascinating. Let's play bishop c5. Oh, bishop c5 is so close to mate. And this bishop is still going to be pinned. Oh, it's so close. Bishop c5, king h1. It's so close. I don't want to move my knight, but I might have to. Okay, let's put the bishop on c5 first, and then I'll decide. I might end up playing g6. Might also end up just playing d6. I guess there's bishop d4 for white. But bishop d4 I can take, and then like knight g4. I mean, I really want to take here and then somehow mate, but it's not quick enough, I don't think. So I take and play g6. But white can sack back the queen. So I could play this move. I mean, it looks so bizarre. But let's do it. The bishop still can't move, because then I just mate on h2. I'm threatening this. Also, I have ideas of just bring my bishop to control the diagonal. So queen g4, not a bad move. And if I take, I guess there's queen takes. If I take on g4 first, lose a little bit of initiative. I could play like d5, but that doesn't quite work either. Yeah, maybe I don't have anything here. I mean, I feel like I should have something, but I'll just do this. We'll trade and go into some queenless middle game. I'll still maybe have some attack, but I'm down about a minute on the clock, which is not that comfortable. But I'll try my best. White's thinking. Let's take the queen and then play knight e5. It's a very juicy square. Ideas of having an octopus. Let's play bishop d7, get the bishop to c6. I have some time to make up. Always play f6. And maybe g6 too? No, let's just... Ooh, I can't take immediately. What do I do here? Bishop? I have to move much quicker. Let's play this. Expecting knight d4. Knight f4, king f7. Play c6, attack the knight. Maybe g5 coming. Attack the knight some more. Ah, there's bishop h5, but he didn't see it. Now I have rook h8 ideas. I have h-file battery potential. Okay, I'm down about 25 seconds. There's no increment. I'll have king e7 if needed. Ooh, let's defend and trade. Defend some more. f6 is sort of tender, so I'll defend. Play g5 to defend too. Or attack. I can't do that yet. Attacking e4. I'm losing a bishop. No! That was a very valuable thing to lose. Oh no. I might lose like the first game of today. Oh, this is so painful. I have to start pre-moving stuff. Oh, that was a bad pre-move. Ooh, that was a bad move too. I'm losing a rook. No! But I'm winning a pawn, maybe? I just have to like pray. People have to pray for me. No! I lost a game. Good game. I tried so hard. Got so far. But in the end, it kind of matters. There goes my perfect streak. 2 hours and 23 minutes in. GG, Mincho Rusev from, what is this flag? From Bulgaria. I've never been like to Bulgaria. I flew through like Varna. I was there for like 15 minutes at the airport. But yeah, played well. Like diffused my attack. I was so excited. What is this position? I brought my rook in. I did even rook lift, bro. And then I thought there should be like some mating ideas. But maybe can I click analyze? Maybe clicking analyze will throw everything off. It brings up, let's see. It throws stuff off. I could analyze like with my brain. Or with my mouse. I really wanted to do this and then like g6. But it just doesn't work. White has g4, bishop d4. Another idea was d6. And then takes. This also, like, I just don't have enough fuel. Yeah, I was too slow in the end, too. Oh, so he's in the chat, Sinoko. You missed bishop takes g7 at one point. Maybe later? Or was it... No, it was much later. I don't think I can go forward because I made some sub-variation. What was wrong with knight g4? Knight g4, queen takes g4. It's a move I really want to play, but g4 is under control. Yeah, I discovered the colorful stuff at the wrong time. Like all these colors. Can you make, is there yellow? No, maybe there's no yellow. Just blue, green, and red. Okay. Next in the queue is Kinda Pink Jake. This is a regular person in the chat. Let's find him. Kinda Pink Jake. To expand. I'm gonna have to try and regain my my dominance. What to play? Let's play this weird opening, c5. Yeah, e3. He's a little bit timid. Let's play f5. What we call the Benoni Dutch. Now f5 is more commonly played. Maybe it's not commonly played combined with c5, but it's what I was going to play if white had played d5. I'm still inviting d5. And this is actually like a playable way of playing. Well, castle, leaving the tension between the pawns. Is there no one in the queue? Do we have an empty queue? We need a subscriber who can jump in. Just jump in. Camel Clutcher in the chat. And are we supposed to? Wait, I didn't read the bit message. I didn't see the bit message. It was something about 100 bits, I think. It popped up, but then it went away, I think. Guess you'll have to cheer more to send another bit message. Let's play knight a6. The idea is knight c7, a6, and b5. Yeah, this is a reasonable move. Can I play f4? No, I can't play f4 yet. I could play this move. Trying to unleash the rook. Trying to stir up some sort of attack of some sort. Yeah, it's a very unusual structure because white has like very solid center, reasonable piece harmony, but black has some sort of weird harmony too. Like now my bishops, this knight has maybe a future from a6. There's some kingside attacking potential. Knight takes f2 is a move. Knight takes f2 might just be like devastating for white. Knight takes f2. King takes f2 and bishop takes c2 check because of the rook. I would win the queen. Let's do it. If the queen moves, I'll have something like bishop d4. Oh, this looks so delicious. Yeah, I had a feeling like after knight g4, like white had to be very careful of the rook and knight coordinating. Queen d2. Okay. That's what I like to see. Because now the king like has no, and it can't really run and it can't hide. Like queen d2 blocked the bishop. White would have liked to play like queen e2 and bishop e3. But now the king is aligned with my rook, which means there could be some interesting ideas. There's lots of ideas, but I guess it's a matter of executing. Knight h3, bishop d3. There's even like some quiet bishop g4. Knight d3 would be funny. Knight d3, pawn takes d3, bishop takes d3, mate. Alright, let's play knight d3. It's just a funny move. If white takes with anything on d3, I play bishop takes d3 mate, because it's double check. And the king would have no escape. Wow. That was a nice finish. That was a very nice finish. Double checkmate. Yeah, like white would like to block the rook or take the bishop, but you can't do both at once. Kind of ping Jake in the chat. Suffering. That was some fun opening. Yeah, I mean, I think the position's like very reasonable for white, even after e4. Like in this position, I think taking is a mistake, because it just allows things to open up in my favor. Better move is probably something like h3, just kick away the knight. Much safer move too. There's some idea like h3. If the knight moves like here, white could play maybe e5. If I move the knight to e5, then there's potential to take. If bishop takes, I was thinking f4 maybe? And eventually e5. But yeah, knight h4 was not the safest approach. Current queue is Simon. Wait, Chess.com Simon? Let's play Chess.com Simon. Let's go here. Simon MTL. Okay. Simon says... Actually, what does Simon say? Guess we'll find out. E4. Let's play. I'm actually going to try and play like ultra aggressively and win the game as quickly as possible. Whoa, and white wants to do the same thing. So let's do the Falkbeer counter gambit. This is a fun line against King's Gambit players. Instead of accepting the pawn sacrifice, I sacrifice a pawn of my own. And now I have a pawn in e4. It's trying to restrict white's development. Defend the pawn. And white's up a pawn. But there's a few things which make this like very reasonable for black. The one big thing is this diagonal. The king can't easily castle. And I'll be able to develop like very normally. Might even consider playing c6. Trade and get the knight to c6. Checking Kid with a tier 1 sub. Thanks, Checking Kid. If you want to play, join the queue. Challenge me. I'm taking 5-minute games. It's almost over. It's 4:33. Wow. Yeah, we have a lot of uptime. Am I feeling French? Do I en passant? Or do I move the bishop? I really like my pawn, but I don't like it that much. I am very happy actually to open the e-file. Get the rook to e8 before white can castle. This queen is maybe a potential target on d3. Dreaming of knight b4 ideas. I'll start with rook e8. Hitting the king. Wow. Ooh, okay. There's a nice move here. I'm just gonna play it and enjoy life. Because knight f2 is basically just unstoppable. Because it's a triple fork. And white can only remove like one piece at a time. So I'm guaranteed at least some fork. Yeah, that's probably the best move. No, I'm not even sure if I want to like play knight f2 and win material. Seems like there's more fun approaches. Because I'm valuing my knight more than the rook. I'm going to play knight a6. Probably not objectively the best move, but I mean, I'm just hoping to like have this move. Of course, he kills my hopes and dreams. Could play g6. Prepare bishop f5. Or I could play a very sneaky move. Maybe I'll play a sneaky move. Yeah, the thing about this position... This is my sneaky move. We'll see if he sees the threat. The thing is, white still has a hard time defending against this. The queen has very few squares. If the queen moves to d2, I play knight e3. And every other square is like controlled. And d2 is the only safe queen move. Am I going to trap the queen? Bishop d2, knight c5. My knight's coming to life. Like where? Okay, the queen has one safe move, d4. And then it's a question how to win the queen. There's some funny line. Queen d4, knight e4. Queen d3, then knight f2. I get the fork. There's also like queen d4, knight b3. Double attack the queen, win this rook. But I think I'm going to win the queen. I'll play knight e4. Queen has to move back, and then knight f2. Okay, that's probably the best approach. Yeah, realizing the doom and getting the most value for the queen. And actually, if we look based on just pure point value, it's still equal. Like, it's rook, knight, and pawn for queen. The problem is white's king is still a target in the center. Maybe some simple move, h6. Whoa, knight takes f7. Okay, let's see what you got. d6. Yeah, I think white very quickly runs out of fuel. Like a few scary checks, or one scary check. And now the tables will hopefully turn. I want to play knight e3, but I should probably take back the pawn. Now I'm threatening knight e3 with the quadruple, no, the quintuple fork. That would be a 5-way fork, but now I can't do it because the bishop's not pinned. Maybe I play rook c8, align with the king, x-ray vision, play bishop d6, defend the check, unleash the rook, attack both bishops. Still ideas of knight e3. Is that the correct term? Quintuple fork? Is double, triple, quadruple, quintuple? I mean, that's a lot of things like attacked. Like this, 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 this. Ooh, okay, I want to take... There's so many pins in this position. Like, this is pinned to the king and to the queen. That's actually a good move. Let's take a bishop. Counter-attacking. Attacking the pawn. And attacking... was attacking the other pawn. But now it's mainly this pawn. Still threatening the fork. Downgraded to only a triple fork. Now it's only a double fork. Still hitting stuff. I might just go for like some mating ideas. Or some flagging ideas. 35 seconds left. Okay, I'm going to play a very sneaky move. I'm threatening mate in 3. With this, this, and then this. What's going to happen? Flagging, mating, or resignation? Guess we'll find out. Oh, this isn't immediately mating, but it's very close. Let's take with bishop. Give the king no breathing room. Mating. All right. Good game, Simon. Any lessons to be learned? Yeah, don't mess with that counter gambit. Except you kind of have to mess with it. Like the best approach is to go into that line. If we go back, if you play the King's Gambit, this is one line like a lot of players maybe aren't comfortable playing against, because as white you want the attack, you want the initiative, and black turns the tables very early. So taking is the best move. And then what can I recommend? Bishop c4. Yeah, I think a better approach is to play this move d3. Like try and get rid of the pawn as quickly as possible. And after bishop b4, bishop d2. Hey, there's people in the queue. The checking kid. And the Bondleman. Did I play Bondleman already? I don't think I've played Checking Kid. That's a very recent subscriber. Also, yeah, play faster next time too, especially when it splits. Okay, let's move on. The checking kid. Checking kid. Alright. High rating from France. I don't know how to speak French. Oh, I would have played the French though. Too late. I'm gonna play this line. I've only lost one game. Hopefully I'll keep it that way. I'm gonna have a 4 knights. I actually enjoy playing this as black. I'm gonna play a very questionable but tricky variation. Knight takes e4. It confuses a lot of people. The idea is that all the knights are attacking each other. If white takes a seemingly free knight, I have queen e7. And I'll win back material. And the main point, and this is great in Blitz, is white is just confused, and there's a lot of different options, and it's not easy to refute if you haven't seen it before. Very good Blitz opening. I think it's playable, like, over the board, too. Because refutation, I could show it after the game, but refutation, like, even if white plays perfectly, it's only like plus equals. So this is one line. We'll trade. I think this leads to just equal position. But I have a nice time advantage. So I can use the clock as a weapon. John Bartholomew strategy. Expecting takes. And then we can take some more stuff. It could get very weird, actually. Yeah, knight take e4 is the best move for white, at least in this position. We can go over this afterwards. What's the crown between the flag? What is this crown? Premium member. Nice. Thought it could be some like sort of royalty. Oh, I don't have a crown. I have a flag, I guess. Am I not a premium member? I thought I was. Okay, so knight takes f7. Now I have to think. Like, so many things are hanging. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to take the knight. Yeah, I'm supposed to take the knight and play c6. Or wait, maybe d5 immediately? Wait, now I have to think. King g6? Yeah, king g6. And then c6, d5. I first learned this line, it was so random. I was in St. Louis back, it was like maybe 7-8 months ago. And I was staying in the chess house, near the chess club. And in the house was Grandmaster Moroshenko, or Miroshenko. And he was like showing this just randomly, and it was so fascinating, like these lines. I remember him talking about this move. But now, what to do? c4 is interesting because I don't necessarily want to play d5. I could play bishop c5. Maybe I'll start with bishop c5. We'll see what white is up to. And we have another sub, Flailing Ace. Thanks for subbing with Twitch Prime. Feel free to join the queue. I'm supposed to end this at 5, but I mean, maybe at some point we'll cut off the queue and make sure everyone who joined gets a game. Or maybe I could simul a few games, I don't know. f3. f3 is reasonable. Can I play this and then this? That looks fun. keeping the time advantage. I'm trying to stir up some initiative, even though this is already basically an endgame. We're only on move 14. But white's king's a target on d1. And he should get punished for playing f3, right? Can I take? Take bishop c4, bishop f5, king b3. Probably not necessary. I'll take with this pawn. Opening up the file. I have an IQP, but I have a C file. That's a good move, actually. Oh, that's actually really annoying. Let's play this move. Maybe transfer the rook. I don't think white can get away with this move. Unless he wants to pull a Fischer. I'll play this. Try and be solid. Rook c8 coming. And probably the plan is to double up and do something eventually. Start with rook c8. Maybe rook b6 and bishop d4. Have to find some targets. Wow, h4. Let's play rook. I'm just going to continue with the plan. I mean, white might be able to take now, but it would be a bit messy. It takes bishop d4, bishop c1. Okay, we're going to find out what happens. I'll start with this move. Maybe throw in g6 at some point. Because g6, it prepares bishop f5. Oh, there's some nice mate. I'm going to play g6. If h5, I'm force mating. With bishop here, king here, rook takes c1, rook takes c1, bishop b2. So sweet. And if white doesn't play h5, I just play king g7, I trap the bishop. My rook defends this bishop. My king's not tied down. So g4 is stopping this. I mean, I want to like take on, I mean, this would be so fun to take on c1. Maybe it can almost work. Take on c1. The problem is king takes b1. If king takes c1. If rook takes c1, it would work. So I'm imagining like bishop d7. It seems hopeful, but it has a very clear purpose. Let's do it. I think this is a forced mate threat. It's important to have bishop a4 in the end. And if for some reason it doesn't work out, white's going to have to spend a lot of time figuring out how to defend. Oh, b3, seeing my threats. Ooh, now I can't play king g7 because rook there. That's slightly unfortunate, but I can play this move, threatening mate in 1. Still looking nice. Okay, bishop. Where does the bishop move? I mean, I'll probably have king g7, right? There's some funny ideas too. Maybe I could play bishop h8 even. Ah, that's reasonable. Okay. Oh, that's actually really annoying. Let's play rook here because I want to play bishop d3. Oh, that was just a really bad move though, for multiple reasons. Now I probably have to go for the dirty flag. I'm up on time. Oh dear, please don't destroy me. Oh my gosh, I'm actually getting destroyed. What just happened? My beautiful position. Ah, there's bishop takes d3, but he didn't see it. Where's my mate? Where's my mate? Let's just do that. Such a weird position. Hey! I won with a dirty flag. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry to my opponent, except not really. I mean, but actually I'm kind of sorry. Like, that was such a messy finish. Also, I really thought there should be mate here with the discoveries. Ah, there's mate. There's just this, this, and this. Like rook c2. The king has to move here. Rook b2, double check. And, oh wait, no, king c1. The king can escape. Huh. Maybe there's no mate. Yeah, getting into that situation. I mean, bishop h8 was just really bad. But also, like, even here, just king g7. And I was so enthralled to like set up these mating ideas. Okay, I think we have one last person in the queue. Hey, that was the only dirty flag of today, I believe. I don't think there was anything else that dirty. Last person, CG Morton. Let's find him. CG Morton. CG, there you are. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna be aggressive. Let's get this over with quickly. I'm gonna play a Mora dedicated to Mark Esserman, whose book I still haven't read, but I recommend the book to anyone like trying to learn this opening. A leading theoretician, the Smith-Morra Gambit. And I'll admit I know almost no theory, but I know that you're supposed to mate the king eventually. So let's develop pieces first. Yeah, knight c6 is, I mean, reasonable looking. I guess I could castle. Already seems like I should have something, but I guess I'll castle first. I'm waiting for some opportunity. Like if knight f6, I can play e5. If d6, maybe I can consider e5. e6, the John Davis strategy. What was the lesson earlier? It was very weakening to the dark squares. Let's play this move. I'm gonna waste no time. Trying to go for the kill. A few people have done this so far today. Like e6, g6. Not a great combo. This is going to be very similar to the John Davis game, because knight g5 is coming. And f7 will probably fall. I could throw an e5 if I want. But yeah, f7 can't be defended. Or it can. Wow, knight e5 I missed. Not a bad move. I mean, still a very nice looking position. I'm not like winning the pawn instantly, and my bishop's attacked. I'm gonna play this move. Allow the trade on c4. And maybe my bishop could enter d6. Like bishop d6 followed by knight e5 and still going after f7. Yeah, what to do? I don't want to retreat. It's one thing. I mean, that's one thing I might have to do. I'm looking for sacks. Bishop d6, knight takes f7, knight e5, takes g6. Yeah, let's have some fun. Last game is meant for fun, right? Take on f7. Earlier I was saying you shouldn't sack minor pieces for pawns, because minor pieces are more valuable. But these minor pieces, and black, most of black's pieces, just not in great shape. But it's still gonna take effort. Play e5 maybe, or maybe queen f3 first. Knight e7 also possible. And there's a lot of options. I'm gonna start with rook c1. Open file. Potential for rook lifting, bro. Like if a rook can come to g3, that'll be nice. That pawn I completely forgot about. I have like some knight check. Let's throw in some knight check. Expecting king h8. It's so close to mate. I need a queen on g8. Be some weird smothered mate. How do I make this happen? Because the knight wants to take the bishop. I mean, maybe I move back. I could start the process of lifting the rook. I could lift the other rook too. Let's lift the other rook. Doing some heavy lifting. All I want is my queen to get to g8. Queen takes g8 and then knight g6 mate. If we can finish this game, or this stream even, with a smothered mate, that'd be so nice. I just can't lose my knight. This rook on h7 is completely stuck. Alright, so now my knight is trying to be taken. If I played knight g6, I could play, can I play this move? Then bishop takes e7. Alright, let's keep the knight. Knight 8 or knight f4 going for h5. What's on the mug or what's in the mug? There's green tea in the mug. Staying hydrated, staying caffeinated. Sack all the pieces. I mean, what's more fun, sacking all the pieces or smothered mates? I still have like dreams of smother mating. Or maybe I'll sack the knight. We might see this line, king g6, queen here. Takes the knight. And then like h3, preparing queen g4. Or even like rook e4. Could be nice. If the king moves back, what do I do? Maybe queen g3? Still taking effort. I don't want to trade queens. Some idea like queen c7 then taking. Actually looks kind of funny. Play queen c7. This is actually like some sort of threat. It's almost leading to mate. There'd be queen d8 in the end. I still want a rook lift. I mean, I don't want to win this game by flagging my opponent, but it might happen that way. Ooh, can I be tricky? I'm gonna be very tricky. Oh wait, does that even work? I don't think that even works. I was thinking here takes and then takes, but then there's like some queen move. If I take there, no. All right, let's play f4. Expecting the bishop to move back. How do I mate? Maybe I'll just play f5. I'm clearing the f4 square, which my knight wants to maneuver now. F4 and g6. Also, the pawn's pinned. But now... Okay, now this is unleashed. Okay, now it's time to take. So I'm not sacking all the pieces, but I'm trading most of the pieces. And in the end, I'll have a very strong protected pass pawn. And black will very likely be flagging. Unless black gets mated. I'm threatening mate in 1. Defended. Does this work? No, bishop e7. Let's play this move, and then this move, and then this move, and then this move. Alright, let's play that move. Alright, not the most beautiful or aesthetic finish, but a finish nonetheless. I think that's gonna be it. That was a lot of chess. That was 3 hours of 5-minute chess. I lost 1 game. Congratulations to, I already forget the guy's name. Whoever beat me in the Budapest. Well done. If you just joined, you're a little bit too late. Raid Botez. I don't think I can raid anyone. Oh, I'm Eric Rosen. Raid is to Botez. Nice. Okay. So, I don't even know when the raid begins. Maybe it can begin now. And I can just wrap it up. Just mention it. Oh, nice. Okay. So we're raiding Botez. Show some love. I don't know what she's doing, but she's probably doing chess. Thanks again for everyone. This was really fun. Probably most people know this, but I stream on Twitch too. You can check out my channel. I am Rosen, and I'll be back in the future. And I'll be at PCL Finals if anyone's going to be in San Francisco. All right, see you guys.